Harry and Meghan's Netflix series, released to the world this morning, is packed with, well, not really revelations, are they? It's sort of rehashed old revelations with a new twist.
It's competitive cities around the world, and you're in charge of it. By extension, you're a loser.
And I applaud her plotation on the royal situation.
I'm leaning into her victimhood. I think it's great. I love her. I think her podcast where she talks about how she's a victim every day is amazing.
Cause she's complaining, I'm like, what the she talking about? No, they're so racist.
Here are some of the celebrities who have bashed Meghan Markle publicly, and in some cases, they had straight up mean things to say about her. There's Piers Morgan. Now, before her marriage to Prince Harry, Piers Morgan had only positive things to say about Meghan Markle and even referred to her as his friend. However, their relationship took a turn after the wedding, where Piers Morgan expressed his feelings in the Daily Mail that he wasn't invited, and he just felt really bad about that.
You're currently plunging into our monarchy over here.
And then after that, you know, he was seen mocking Meghan's feminist values, which he previously praised.
Just bear that in mind when you watch it. Did you get that one?
And he accused Meghan Markle of being a social climber, and he called her interview with Oprah Winfrey disgusting on Good Morning Britain, and suggested that their friendship actually took a dip, like it got sour due to her relationship with Prince Harry. Also, in an interview with Piers Morgan, influencer and entrepreneur Andrew Tate voiced his views about Meghan Markle, and this is what he had to say. Something like the British royal family, which has been around for a very long time. In an age-old tradition, one of the things holding the UK together. To sit and insult it is going to upset a lot of people. You have to be prepared for that backlash. You can't say, I've done things that upset people, but it's nothing to do with what I've done. It's purely because of my skin color. Also, former US President Donald Trump had some words about Meghan Markle.
But somebody else who's not coming, of course, is Meghan. Meghan is not coming.
He was openly vocal about his views on Meghan Markle, expressing that he found her disrespectful, especially to the Queen Elizabeth.
She has been very disrespectful to the Queen, frankly.
And he declared that he was not a fan of hers. During a conversation with Nigel Farage, he stated this, and I quote, "I think she's very disrespectful to the royal family and most importantly to the Queen."
You cannot be disrespectful to her.
There's also daytime talk show host Wendy Williams. She expressed her opinions to her viewers, suggesting that Meghan will come to regret cutting off her father, Thomas, from seeing his 2 grandchildren.
I really do like them, but her, there's something about her.
Wendy Williams showed her support for Thomas Markle, Meghan Markle's father, and stated to the press, "I'm Team Thomas on this particular thing." Bethany Frankel is also another celebrity that has criticized Meghan Markle publicly, and she did this in a response to a Twitter user who suggested that the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, was treated unfairly by the palace and press after her infamous Oprah interview. But Bethany Frankel, she tweeted this: "Crimea River, the plight of being a game show host, fairly unknown actress, to suffering in a palace with tiaras and 7-figure weddings for 2 whole years, to being a household name. This isn't the way to generate less press and cannot be filed under the guise of wanting privacy to prevent a repeat of previous events." And this comment alluded to Princess Diana's tragic story. Also, there's Candace Owens. She's another American talk show host and political commentator who also joined the criticism towards Meghan and Harry, expressing her opinions on Twitter.
You too can be a victim, and that is what I have learned.
Candace Owens, she shared her perspective on Meghan and Harry's decisions to leave the royal family and move to US, and she stated this: "Isolating an individual away from their family and friends using threats to get what you want, these are classic signs of an emotionally abusive relationship, but we are supposed to suspend rationality because racism?"
Blah, blah, blah. Everything's kindergarten. How are you feeling? Are you happy?
Then Candace further added, "Dear Harry, Meghan is not the victim. You are." And finally, here we have Chris Rock. So during his Netflix stand-up comedy special titled Chris Rock's Selective Outrage, comedian Chris Rock, he shared his perspective on Meghan Markle's revelations about concerns over Archie's skin color.
They're so racist. They wanted to know how brown the baby's gonna be. I'm like, That's not racist.
That was her unborn son at the time during her interview with Oprah. Chris Rock, he said this in his special. That's not racist.
Cause even black people wanna know
How brown the baby gonna be? He then continued by saying, everybody trying to be a victim. Meghan Markle seems like a nice lady, just complaining. I was like, didn't she hit the light skin lottery?
that was a greatest night in the history of television.
And in addition to that, Chris Rock stated that Meghan Markle, like, she must have been aware, she knew what she was getting into when she decided to marry into the royal family. Like, they have a history of being quote unquote racists. He said it jokingly in his stand-up routine, but some people said that, you know, this is a lot more true than it is false. But either way, these are just some of the celebrities that bashed Meghan Markle publicly. Let me know if I missed any or share any of your thoughts down below in the comment section, and be sure to follow me here on FTD News for more videos like this one. Boom.